Hello everyone, welcome to today's episode. Today we have Nima, a technical trader, and James, a technical and fundamental trader. And we're gonna see which one is gonna be better, technical analysis versus fundamental analysis. Stay with us. Hi guys, how are you doing today?
Hi, hello Navid, how are you doing?
I'm doing great, thank you for asking. How about you, James?
Hello, I'm fine as well, thank you.
Great, lovely. So here we are today, we're gonna talk about fundamental analysis versus technical analysis. Which one do you prefer? If you had to choose one over another one, which one would you choose and why? Nima, please.
Actually, I'm a technicalist. I trade with price only and don't care about the news, the pundits, and any ideas outside the chart.
How about you, James?
Based on my experience, I think fundamental analysis is actually the most important, and because the data and the actual financial markets depend on news and for example, institutions and big banks and all the guys who are actually controlling the market are solely looking at the fundamentals. And technical analysis is like an interpretation of the news, if you know what I mean. It's like something that you can look at it and understand the data, because not everybody understands the technical data that comes out as the technical news, and we call it fundamentals. You understand? Yeah, sure.
So are you suggesting that some people are solely using fundamental analysis and they're trading?
You can do that. You can look at the charts. For example, if you're a scalper, you can use the charts. And but I think for people uh, who are actually more experienced traders and have bigger budgets, they don't look that much to the charts. They maybe look at the like very monthly data or something, or maybe even weekly charts, but they don't look at like hourly chart, because it's counted as noise. You know, it's going to stop you from making a lot of trades and makes hesitations. At least that was my experience in the beginning. Uh, I have been a technical analyst as well, but I think it all depends on your trading style at the end. If you want a small portion of the market, that is your choice.
Yeah, I understand that.
Okay, so Nima, I know that you're a technical analysis and you're a technical trader, but the thing is, have you ever used, I don't know, news, any fundamental data?
Before answering your question, I should say something about what James said. See, if you want to trade based on technical data, you need to look at the chart. And if you call yourself a fundamental trader, you're not a trader, you are an investor. And you have to look at the higher charts. And not everybody has that amount of money to trade on higher time frames. Okay, the risk is a lot, and not everybody has the chance to participate in this market. What is the solution for that?
If you're talking about the meaning of the trading, I think uh, long before any technical data was available to a lot of people, people used only fundamentals, and they trade based on the news. I'm talking about a very long time ago, and it evolved into technical analysis, and it's as I told you, it's an interpretation of the market. But it's a tool like any other tool. For example, you do any other task, you use a tool to make your task much easier. But sometimes looking at the charts, people makes people divided. You know, and for example, if I tell you, Fed's this, for example, week is going to, for example, cut the rates, and the market is going to have a spike, or for example, a downtrend, it's something that everybody accepts, and because of that, the market moves. But if you, for example, look at the charts, I'm sure that it's a 50-50 chance all the time that most of the technical analysis will say it goes up. Some people say it will go down. So there is not a certainty on the technical side. You understand? But on the fundamental side, it usually comes with a certainty, and your win rate is higher, but your stops are actually wider. Is my experience.
Yeah, I understand what you're saying. And but in the long run, yeah, I agree with you. In the long run, yeah, the price is going higher. And yeah, of course, you buy, you take a long position, and you'll be in profit after a year or 2 years. Okay, that's understandable. But I'm talking about short-term periods. Okay, in that case, you cannot say, okay, for 100% or 80%, the news will be correct every time.
Yeah.
The best scenario 50-50. So it doesn't help the technical analyst, the technical trader who doesn't have the fund, the enough capital to trade on lower time frames. As I said, yeah, what you said is acceptable, but for higher time frames. And the answer to your question, Navid,
Yeah.
of course, I look at the news, but only the time the news releases, because I don't want the price to mess with my positions. So I'll try to wait for the breakout, and then if I understand the next move, I'll take my position based on my strategy.
Okay, I see. I see. But if you had to choose between technical analysis and fundamental analysis, it means that for the rest of your life, you only have to rely on one of them. I think I'm pretty sure I know what you choose, Nima, right?
But actually, it depends on the amount of capital you have in your account. Yeah, if you don't have that amount of capital in your account, of course you need to go for day trading. Otherwise, you cannot make money because the risk is too high. And then, as James knows, of course, you're gonna get a loss, take a loss, and then your account is wiped out. But you know what I meant?
Yeah. I do understand your point. It's it's a mistake that a lot of people make in the beginning. Actually, they come to forex market or any kind of market involves trading. They come to this market hoping that they can get rich very soon, and they choose very very high leverages, and they start like scalping, and they hope that they are right. That's the point. The point that I'm making is at the end, all the professional traders use very, very low leverage. So they are managing their risk. What most of the traders that I know, they, I'm not saying that they only look at the fundamental. Of course, they look at the charts, but they enter a position based on the fundamental data they have. So if you have a correct leverage, I think you can manage your risks as well. But it is much, much more difficult with a smaller account budgets.
Yeah.
With a smaller capitals, it's very, very difficult to manage.
Yeah.
So I think at the end, your answer is gonna be, Nima. Your answer is gonna be technical analysis, right? And
course,
James
yeah.
is gonna be fundamental analysis.
Yeah. If I have to choose one, yes. But there is something called techno fund people who are actually. I think that I am one of them. I do not only look at the technical data or fundamental. I try to use both. So I think that is a new field, and it is a lot of people are following, which I think it can help you in everyday situations.
Yeah, I understand. But the price is enough, in my opinion. Yeah, you can look at the price, and
Yeah.
and you can take your position.
Okay, Nima, if you're a technical like trader and you have no idea of news and when they're gonna be released, okay, how are you gonna manage it? Because you have no idea of when a news is gonna come out, so you have no idea of spikes and stuff.
That's a very good question. See, although there are a lot of websites telling you the news times and the information about the news, the details, there are a lot of things that you do not know.
Yeah.
And the fundamental analysis cannot give you the enough information you need to take a good position. That's why I only focus on technical analysis and price, because I can see the chart, I can see the candles, I can see the behavior and the array of price on the chart, so I can make my decisions and take my positions based on something I can see. But for fundamental analysis, it only provides you the information that is available for the public, for everyone. And there are a lot of other things that are playing important roles in this business, and we are not aware of them.
Of course, but if you say if you had to choose, you will choose technical analysis.
Technical analysis.
What would you do then without any fundamental updates?
I only look at the price, as I said, and I'll take my positions based on what I see.
How about news?
You're saying, okay, I am not able to see the news. I have no tools to consider anything about the news. So
you have a stop for that.
Yeah, of course. That is the only thing I have. Actually, that's a very good question. If you do not have any sources of information regarding the news, the fundamental details, so what you're gonna do?
Yeah, I think a lot of people, as I told you in the beginning, ignore fundamentals, which is one of the mistakes they make and one of the factors that they're not very, very successful. I mean, their win rate is lower, much lower. So they have to include news, at least news times, and they should, because of the volatility in the market, they should just ignore the time for the news for trading, especially in as you know, the New York session is much more volatile and is not going to help them at all. So as you get more experienced, the news times, so you can ignore them, but eventually it's inevitable that you are going to have a stop for your trade. So that is your it's a stop loss. You're wrong, or maybe you're right. But the news comes against you and hits your stop. Very, very simple. I think that is the solution.
Yeah, of course, for technical analysis, you have that. For fundamental analysis, you don't have it. You don't know where the price is going exactly based on the data you are receiving. Okay, so you need to look at the chart to set your TP levels, to set your stop levels, and sometimes your entry level. Yeah, that's very, as you said, it's inevitable.
Yeah, I do agree with that.
Okay, thank you so much. That wraps up today's episode. Thank you, Nima. Thank you, James, for being with us today. Any final saying, anything you have to say?
Thank you for having me, and I hope to talk to you soon.
Thank you so much. How about you, James?
Yeah, thank you to you as well, and thank you to our dear Nima. And it was a very fun session. Thank you.
Thank you, everyone, for being with us today, and see you in the next one.